Today I'm going to make a Dulce De Leche poke cake. This was Kevin's idea for this poke cake. I believe it was Kevin's idea. What the deal is we did a review of this great value Dulce De Leche sauce, and we were just shooting back and forth ideas of how we could use this besides just putting it on ice cream. And so we thought it would be a good idea to make a poke cake. Poke cakes are so easy to make. You just need a cake mix. You could use any flavor you wanted. We have a Duncan Hines classic yellow cake mix. You could do chocolate, white, red velvet, whatever you want to use that's going to go with the flavor you're putting in it. So you need a cake mix, you need your Dulce De Leche sauce, and you need some Cool Whip, whipped cream, whipped topping. This is the great value, and I bought the light just because I've said it before. I really don't think it makes that big of a difference. When you put whipped cream, Cool Whip with something else, it doesn't matter if you get light or regular to me. So the first thing you want to do is you want to just make your box cake mix. And so this has, there's 3 main ingredients to the poke cake, but then you're going to have 3 eggs. You need a cup of water, and you need half a cup of vegetable oil. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you want to spray a pan. This is a 9 by 13 inch pan, and I have sprayed it. Make sure you spray the edges and everything. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the box mix, eggs, water, and oil, and I'm going to put it in my mixer, mix it together, and I'm going to pour the whole mixture into this pan. Going to bake this. It says 23 to 28 minutes. I'm going to bake it for 25 minutes, and then we'll be back. So my cake is finished. I got one of these big straws. This goes in one of the kids. It's like a Yeti cup, one of the grandkids cups, but it has a nice wide mouthpiece on there. So I'm going to poke my holes in this cake, and you don't have to go deep. You don't have to go to the very, very bottom of the cake, but you just want to poke holes all through here. So I do have a little bit of cake up in there. So it's important to do this while it's warm so that it doesn't firm up. And now we have, I wonder if I want to use the squeezy part. Let's see, this has been in the refrigerator, so when we did the review of this, it was very runny. So let's see if it's gotten, I do think it's gotten thicker. But basically, I'm gonna use the whole container. And I'm gonna pour the whole container over the top. And when it gets to the point where it's too difficult to squeeze it, I'll actually take that lid off because it's just a twist-on lid. And I'll use the rest of it that way. So I'm gonna let this sit here for just a few minutes, and then I'm going to transfer it to the refrigerator for just a little bit so that it can firm up, and then it'll completely cool off, and then we'll add our Cool Whip to the top. So this has been in the refrigerator, and it's been in there for several hours just because I was doing something else. But now you want to take you're gonna use your whole tub of Cool Whip. Cool Whip is something you buy in the frozen section, but you want to have laid it in the refrigerator so it is thawed out. So I'm using this whole container. This is, I think, 8 ounces. This is an 8-ounce container. And
this is the light.
Yeah, this is the light. And if you want more, you could buy a bigger tub. I don't think we'll need more though. I think this will be plenty. And we're just gonna spread this out over the top.
And if you want the regular calories, you can definitely buy that too.
Now, I did not show these Heath bar pieces in the front because in the beginning of the video, because this isn't like something that you have to use, but I'm just thinking I had them up in the cabinet, and if you want to add something to the top to make it a little pizzazz to it, yeah, you can put some Heath bar pieces on top. So I'm just gonna sprinkle these over the top, and then we'll cut us a piece. So I'm gonna cut a piece just like I normally would. And this is how it looks with that Dulce De Leches. Okay, so we're gonna try a piece. And I hope this is good.
I like that you can see it going down through there where the holes were.
Mm-hmm. I do have to say, that straw made a big hole.
Which is a good thing.
Well, I was thinking if you don't want the holes to be that big, then just use a smaller straw or use just something else. But it worked for us, and you're covering everything up with that Cool Whip. If you wanted to use cake frosting, you absolutely could, but Cool Whip is just, traditionally, with all the poke cakes I have seen, they use Cool Whip. Because it's supposed to be just really, really easy and quick, and nothing's quicker than just throwing some Cool Whip on top, because it takes longer to frost than it does for Cool Whip.
And it would be overly sweet too, because this is not necessarily an overly sweet cake. I like that on there. My only comment would be to, we had it out of the refrigerator, so it wasn't it was already open and was in the refrigerator. When you make it, it's going to be new packaged, and it'll be runnier. So don't have it in the refrigerator is what I'm saying. Have it more runny. That way I think it would sink into the cake a little bit more.
Oh, you're saying leave this out of the refrigerator. Well, we had already opened it.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah, ours was already open, so it was, we had to put it in the refrigerator, and it thickened it up, which is still fine. It's still perfectly fine.
I thought it ran fine down in there.
It did, but if it's a little more runny, it's going to soak in the whole top layer and everything. Everything will get soaked in. It'll just soak in more. Not that it's bad. I mean, it tastes really good.
No, I think it's very nice, and it is different than just the regular yellow cake mix. It gives it's not a just a yellow cake mix. It gives that more sweetness to it. I think people do use sweet condensed milk a lot.
For poke cakes.
Yes, and I do like the little Heath pieces on top, just to add decoration. You didn't have to have those at all, though. That's why I didn't show them at the very beginning of the video. But anything that you would have laying around in the cabinet.
Mini M&Ms.
Mini M&Ms. If you had,
whatever.
Chocolate chips, peanut butter chips, whatever. And you could even take peanut butter chips or chocolate chips and put them down in those holes if you wanted to. But this is just another way. When we did the review, we tried this with just some Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream, or maybe it was Grater's vanilla, one of those vanilla ice creams.
It's really good.
And it was absolutely delicious. So this is just another way that you can use this, and I think it turned out great.
Yeah, it's very, very good. And it definitely tastes different, like you said, than just a plain yellow cake.
Yeah, but I think this would go too if you had bought a chocolate cake. I think this would go well with a chocolate cake too.
It just really adds sweetness more than anything.
So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.